Hey guys, me again, and today we're talking about the new Kestrels nest. So previously we had our crow's nest. This is the other tiny house which had enough space to fit in 3 queen beds. This new model's a little bit different, so we took the downstairs bedroom out, but you can put a sofa bed in as well. But the configuration and layout is a little bit different, and we thought it was important for us to offer another model for people who just wanted a little bit of variation to choose from. So this particular one, we've gone with the standing seam instead. We had a few people request that with the last tiny houses that we did, so we've started to do some with standing seam as well, like this. Very similar subframe, so the chassis is actually the same as the crow's nest unit, so we're using the same torsion suspension. Once again, that whole torsion suspension allows us to lower the floor, inside the tiny house, and because you've got a 4.5, meter clearance limit when you're towing them on the road, there's not much we can do to change that. So the only way that we can make the tiny houses bigger inside is by using torsion suspension and being a bit clever with the way that we make the subframe. So that enables us to really get a little bit more height, and it's what makes the lofts in the 2 corners of the tiny house a lot more, a lot nicer. Instead of crawling into a tiny little cave, that torsion suspension really helps that a lot. We have started to go with the fully galvanized frames. That wasn't done on the previous ones, but we're doing that also on the crow's nest as well, I should say. So that was something that people requested because they were going into a marine environment and stuff like that, and they really want a full gals frame. So all the gal frame now comes stock standard with all the tiny houses we manufacture. This is a bit of a ugly back end, I guess. So this is where the air conditioner is going to get installed. We still have a little bit of work to do. So the aircon's getting installed next week. Hot water service, we'll probably leave the hot water services off because last time we had pre-installed all of the instantaneous, but some people actually wanted to use solar because it seems like a lot of people are using these off-grid. And for that type of application, yeah, some of the solar hot water heaters are really getting very efficient. So, it's another way to go. Anyway, that's it for the outside, so let's have a look inside. Now these tiny houses are already at the maximum length that we could easily tow on the roads as well, and because we're at the maximum length, we're trying to take advantage of all that space, including this tow bar area. So we've got a landing here, so this deck basically, dirt and stuff will fall straight through. So it's a good area to come in if you've got like outdoor muddy area or something like that, and then you can basically take your shoes off here, and then, the rain and stuff like that eventually just washes it straight through the deck. The other thing I should say is usually after you've got this in situ, it does look a lot better if you chock up the drawbar, and then you can also extend this floor out and make a deck which covers up sort of the ugly drawbar, I guess. So you'll notice on the ones that we've got, this jockey wheel can come out, and also this tow ball hitch, this can actually unbolt from the frame as well. So typically, what we'd see people do is once they've got to their final destination, they can unbolt this and then build out over the top, because obviously that's a little bit high, so if you built a deck, they'd be protruding above it. So, it's kind of nice that that's not welded in, and you can bolt it in position. So I've got the double doors on this guy, so basically this just opens like that. All of the glazing, and this is the same with the crow's nest where we've gone double glaze, so the good heavy duty aluminium commercial grade frame. And because we've gone double glazing, full insulation in the floor and the walls and the roof, when you've got the aircon on, it means it hardly needs to run in order to maintain that temperature. Anyway, let's have a look inside and I'll show you the internal. Okay, so this is internally inside the tiny house. As you can see, we've got a big open space here where you typically would put a couch and maybe a TV on the wall, which is why we've got the GPOs on the side wall here. Also, this width here is enough so you'd be able to fit a couch with, let's say, a sofa bed and fold the sofa bed out and use this as an extra downstairs bedroom if that's what you wanted to do. It wouldn't be too difficult as well. We certainly had one customer ask about it, where they were thinking about putting a curtain across this side here. So look, if you wanted to put a curtain, you could actually sort of shield this off from the rest of the other 2 bedrooms and get a bit of privacy in here. And also that means that this curtain is going to come down over these doors and block out the light here, so you've got a dark place to sleep, and similarly the curtain's already fitted on this side. But of course, if you were going to turn this into a temporary bedroom for a guest to stay over, that basically is going to block off this exit door, which is why we've put this door on the side here. So if you have a look on this side, we've actually got a side entry door. Now, typically when we've got these side entry doors, this makes a really good spot to put another deck out the side and maximize that outdoor space if you want to have like another outdoor area just off from the kitchen, so you can take food and eat outside. A lot of people using these tiny houses often try to really maximize that outdoor experience because they're obviously trying to get outside and enjoy the location that these tiny houses are put in. Look, unfortunately, I would take you out that door, but I've got this parked at the moment with shipping containers in the way. So basically, I can't open that fully. But look, you'll be able to see from the photos on the website what that looks like when you go out that door. Anyway, the other thing I should mention, we're using similar lightweight ladders. We've been playing around with different ladder options, something which is flexible and you can sort of move them around. These ones are quite lightweight because they're made out of aluminium. So you can also put these in here and then use the upstairs loft bedroom. I'm going to show you that in a tick. But for now, I'll just quickly pan across over into the kitchen. So the kitchen already comes fit out. We thought that this was a very efficient use of space. These are also an Italian-made hob with sink included. So basically we've got the hob and the sink all like that, but then you can also fold these down and that way you get a little bit more benchtop space. So you can kind of reuse that. Once again, with all the other tiny houses that we've made, we're using double glazed windows. So it's very heavy duty aluminium frame construction. That goes for the kitchen. So you can open that up, get a bit of airflow through if you're cooking or you're making some smoke or something like that. Obviously there is also the exhaust fan already fitted in. All the cabinetry here as well as all comes as standard. The dishwashers that we generally use here are the 450mm wide ones. So there's a Bellini one from Bunnings I think you can buy. Also there's like a Miele 450 wide dishwasher which will fit in that gap there. So a little bit of a compact dishwasher. I've also got here this basically cross-section of how the tiny houses are built. This particular one we're using a new system where we use the styrofoam inside the wall. That really greatly improves the insulation even further. So look, already the crow's nests were quite good. They're using a glass matte insulation, but then these ones have moved up to foam. So we've got basically the alloy magnesium standing seam cladding. Then we've got the steel frame and then combined with the EPS foam. It ends up with a very lightweight system. So that way we can make these really large tiny houses. But also it means that they've got a great sort of insulative factor, especially if you're off grid and you don't have loads of power to play with. That's an important thing. Anyway, let's go through, have a look at this downstairs bedroom. I'll show you another little feature on here. We've got this storage here as well. So if you've got the fridge sitting here, we thought it kind of made more sense for us to have storage underneath the fridge rather than trying to make use of storage above the fridge, which you can't really see that easily. So, your standard size fridge will fit here and still fit under the roof here. But underneath the fridge, we've got these drawers here like that. Similarly, on this side, we've also got some storage here. So typically, if you're using this door a lot, you can come in, you might have some muddy boots or something like that. You can just open these drawers up and store your shoes in there. So the other reason why we put this sort of step here is so basically it covered up the wheel arches. So as I was saying before, we've really done everything we can to drop the floor level to give us that extra height inside the tiny house. But part of that means we've got these wheel arches here we have to deal with. And that extra storage was a nice way to be able to cover that up. Okay, let's have a look at the bathroom. So with the bathroom in here, just looks like this. Now the LED lights that we've got installed here, some people in the bathroom like to have either cool lighting or warm lighting. So you can just pull out the LEDs here, for instance, and actually just drop them out of the roof. And there's a switch on the back. You can switch between the different modes of like how, what wavelength you want the lighting to be. As standard, we do not actually plumb the toilets in because, we've got a composting toilet, which comes included in the price if you want to use that. But if you wanted to basically get a refund for that one, you can also put your own flushing toilet in. Obviously, the toilets are a big aspect where you have to judge what you can do in your particular council. A lot of people are trying to keep these as a tiny house, which you don't need permits for, but as soon as you start plumbing a toilet in, that's going to be required. So this is just sitting on the floor like this. It's not actually plumbed in. It's not difficult to put them in. Generally, we'll just drill a hole through the wall for the exhaust fumes, so the exhaust fumes to the toilet will go out. But it's better for us to just leave them, not connected, so you have a bit more flexibility. The shower recess, we've made a few changes to as well, just with the magnetic door there, and also a couple different shower head positions here. And I've also got this vanity installed. Now, one thing we've noticed with these small bathrooms, and because it's a well-insulated and pretty tightly sealed bathroom, especially if you don't have the window open, it is nice to have the heated vanity as well. So you just touch that button there, and what you can do is you can basically turn on the heating for the vanity. So that one there, when it turns blue, and then you can also turn the lights on for the vanity just with this touch panel here. So just go like that. And the lights come on for the vanity like that, and of course you've got extra storage inside the vanity, as you would imagine. So that's pretty much it. Of course there is an exhaust fan too, so you know, to make this quite tightly sealed inside the bathroom, you just sort of push that open. That'll allow the exhaust fan to activate, and then you also hit the switch on the side wall here, and you can see it's a fairly quiet exhaust fan there, but that does an effective job at clearing out this small space with steam. All right, let's have a look up at the lofts. Okay, so with the lofts up here, we've got 3 windows in this particular loft, and there's also 3 windows in the loft on the other side. Now this is the bigger of the 2 lofts. This one will fit a queen size mattress. And then in the other loft on the other side there, you're gonna fit a single mattress. The queen size mattress loft does have the advantage that we do have this, this moonroof here. So you can open this up. This is a great way if you're gonna put solar panels onto the roof. You could basically pop this up, be able to jump on the roof and you know, clean those solar panels off periodically, or do any maintenance up there, or clean the gutters out, especially if you're collecting the drinking water. Obviously, because this is so much light that comes in, I mean, it's beautiful at night to lie down and look up at the stars in your bedroom, but because so much light comes in, you do need a blind, which is why this has been installed as well, so that just closes that up. And there's, of course, blinds also installed on these 2. Another recent modification we've made is we put in these little pigeonhole cabinets as well. So that way you can basically open up these drawers here, and then you can get in and store some clothes and so forth in that side. And that's the same on this other loft as well. So if you look over this side, as you can see, we have the same type of layout, but just a little bit smaller. So that side will fit a single mattress over there. Well, thanks for that, guys. Hope you enjoy the new Kestrels nest. Look, we've spent quite a lot of time on this new design, and we're really happy with the results. If you guys want to come down and have a look, come and see us down at Noble Park. I should apologise for the pipes hanging out of the wall here. We actually have got the air conditioning guy coming to fit off the air conditioning split system. So that's happening next week. So yeah, do have to apologise that in the shot. But yeah, certainly if you guys want any other information, just flick us an email. More than happy to help out, and yeah, come down and see us. We'd love to show you around one of those beautiful tiny houses. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.